The Brazen bull was one of the most brutal torture devices in history. As seen in the 2011 fantasy film Immortals, it consisted of a hollow, life-sized bronze bull with a type of door on one side. After the victim was thrown in, a fire was lit under the statue. The fire heated the metal to the extent that touching it would cause severe burns, leaving the person inside helpless to avoid injury. A system of tubes in the bull's nostrils amplified the cries of the suffering person inside, making them sound like the roar of an angry bull. The roar only ceased once the victim had drawn their last breath. The ancient Greek historian Diodorus reports that the brazen bull was invented by a sculptor named Perilaus, who wanted to impress the ruler Phalaris of Akragas, now Agrigentum in Sicily. Phalaris was notorious for his extreme cruelty, which is why Perilaus hoped he would like his new torture device. This diabolical device was not only meant to torture the victim inside, but also to entertain those watching the execution, as the bull seemed to come to life when the screams of the victim and the steam of the cooking body emerged from its nostrils. This cruel practice of turning executions into entertainment is beautifully captured in the award-winning but admittedly strange black comedy drama A Pigeon Sat on a Bench, Reflecting on Existence by Roy Anderson. Although the device shown in the film looks more like a washing machine drum with trumpets and is used to kill several people at once. However, according to Lucian of Samosata, one of the most famous satirists of ancient Greece, the ancient bull was too horrifying even for the ruthless tyrant Phalaris. When Perilaus explained to Phalaris how the bull worked, Phalaris allegedly asked Perilaus to climb into the device himself and demonstrate the sound effects. After Perilaus had done so, Phalaris shut the door and shouted, quote, "Receive the due reward of your wondrous art. Let the music master be the first to play." End quote. Shortly before Perilaus died, Phalaris had him taken out and thrown off a cliff alive, denying him the honor of a decent burial. In contrast to Lucian, the poet Pindar, who lived in the 5th century BC, reports that Phalaris did indeed use the bull to torture his enemies. Because the brazen bull was never found, and the sources on it are rather poetical, it is hard to say conclusively whether this torture device really existed or was ever used. According to legend, the brazen bull was used to torture and kill Christian martyrs, such as St. George, Pelagia of Antioch, and St. Eustace and his family. However, even in antiquity and in the Middle Ages, it was more of a symbol than reality. As a symbol of tyranny, the brazen bull has repeatedly appeared in art and literature, from antiquity to the present day. In addition to standing for tyranny itself, it also represents the self-defeating nature of tyranny. You see, Phalaris himself fared no better than his alleged victims. In 563 BC, after his subjects had endured his oppression for years, an angry crowd supposedly tore out his tongue and cooked him in his own brazen bull.